Sarah, the prettiest face you ever seen. So damn pretty, greatest cover of the magazine. Sarah's got a lot of crazy little friends. Doesn't matter where the party starts, matters how it begins. Oh, everybody come fun along. Sarah Brown, all around. Sarah, get down, all around. Sarah's got a lot of sexy little friends. Pretty, pretty, just pretty. A lot, a cloud up in the cup.
Give me a martini, shaken, not stirred.
Sarah's got a lot of glitzer in the clubs. Doesn't matter how much he makes, it matters what he earns. Oh, everybody get down, Sarah Brown, all around. So get down, all around. Sarah Brown, all around. Sarah, get down, downtown. Sarah Brown, all around. Sarah, get down, downtown.
That's just warm up. Thadalac is just warming up. More music is yet to come. Collective Impulse is going to begin in just moments. We are so excited that you are here. And I do want to make sure that you are dancing wherever you are and that you have danced your way into our chat. All you have to do is create a free YouTube account, which YouTube calls a channel. That will allow you to drop some emojis. Tell us which dance moves you're doing. Tell us what you're eating or drinking, or just tell us who you're with. We would love to know. Also, captioning is available for this entire event. If you click on the link that is just below this live stream or that is magically finding its way into the chat right now, you will have a new browser window open up. You can put that wherever is most convenient, and then you will have captioning for everything that is just about to begin. I also want to invite you, take a selfie, take 2 selfies, take a selfie of you dancing and post that with hashtag Henry Gala. We're gonna get to see some of those in just a few minutes. Thadalac's ready to play another song. So please enjoy. I'm gonna go this way, and we will all catch up very, very soon when we begin Collective Impulse. See you in a minute.
The weight of the world is on your shoulders, gonna bring you down, down, downtown. Weight of your problems, too much to carry. Oh, gonna bring you on down, 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 down. Don't you worry, don't you fret. Everything gonna be alright. Don't you worry, don't you fret. Everything gonna be alright. As long as you can smile, how you smile. You can smile, how you smile. You can smile, how you smile. You can smile. When the pace of this world is too much for you, and I'm all gonna spin you around and around and around and around, and you look around, there's no one to help you when you're spinning down, 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 down. Don't you carry, don't hesitate. I'm gonna be alright. Don't you carry, don't hesitate. Everything's gonna be alright. You smile, you can smile, how you smile. You can smile, how you smile. You can smile, how you smile. You can smile. You can smile, how you smile. You can smile, keep on smiling. You can smile, how you smile. You can smile. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'd like to give a big thanks, big shout out to the Henry for having me, and thank you for watching.
Welcome. We are so excited that you are here. Would you give a huge virtual or otherwise round of applause to Thadalac for the amazing music? Thadalac, thank you so much. And yes, put it into the emoji. We are gathering from all over. Put it into the chat, or if you are at one of our house parties or at any party, you can clap out loud. And we do know that people are joining us from all over to those of you, hey, if you're at a party, wave right now if we can see you, or maybe do some like dance moves, or if you were already just like grooving to Thadalac, whatever it is, we want to see you. I also want to remind everyone that please find your way into the chat. That's a great place. You can throw some emojis, tell us what dance moves you're doing. We are here at the Henry, and I am currently inside Math Bass's installation. They're coming a little bit later, but first, I have to welcome you officially to the 2022 Henry Gala Collective Impulse. We are so excited to have you, and there are many surprises. We have artists and special guests all over the Henry to be with all of us tonight. You know, here at the Henry, it is about supporting artists, and we are here to talk about how we all come together to support artists, foster new ideas, and connect our community through art and those ideas. And I will tell you, there is no one more suited to help us think about those things than the director of the Henry. Would you please give it up for Sylvia Wolf? Sylvia.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you. Welcome. It's so exciting to have you with us here in the Henry and here for our gala. Thank you for being with us. At the Henry, we live and work on the unceded ancestral lands of the Coast Salish peoples and the shared waters of all tribes and bands, named and unnamed, including Suquamish, Duwamish, Tulalip, and Muckleshoot nations. This land acknowledgement reminds us of our connections, indebtedness, and responsibilities to the peoples and the more than human kin where we live and work. As we spend this evening together, I invite you to join us in paying respects to elders past, present, and future, and to consider what paying those respects means within the work that we do as individuals and within institutional frameworks. I also know that we're holding in our hearts tonight the people of Ukraine as they defend their homeland or flee, and all those who are oppressed. Throughout time, artists have been the ones to show us the way. Artists have addressed the issues of our time and challenged us to see new possibilities and new paths forward. We're here at the Henry as a platform for them, putting our spaces and our resources and our expertise at the service of artists' imaginations. For those of you new to the Henry, we are the region's contemporary art museum dedicated to featuring the art and ideas of today. Our guiding principle has always been that art expands hearts and minds and that artists are essential in creating a more just world. That's why for 95 years, we have put our energy and resources into bringing artists' visions to life in exhibitions, programs, and community collaborations. These past 2 years, artists did not stop creating, and neither did we. In response to the pandemic, we expanded the ways we share artists' work, and we reinforced the work of our mission to engage all people in the transformative power of contemporary art. Throughout this evening, you will see and hear about this work that we do as we are joined by artists Matt Bass, Hector Garcia, Barbara Earl Thomas, and Chloe Bass, who will share their experiences collaborating with our amazing Team Henry and with community partners. But now I'm going to go upstairs. I can hear the Black Tones, who were in residence this past year in Gary Simmons' The Engine Room. I'm going to go up and take a look and see how they're doing. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Sylvia. Yeah, you can give a round of applause for Sylvia Wolf. Definitely. If you're in the chat, wherever you are, Sylvia's going to head that way, and we're going to be all over the Henry this evening. I do want to remind you that, as Sylvia just said, this is about connecting people with contemporary art. And tonight is such an amazing opportunity because we are with all of you as you are with each other, and we are all together. And another way that you can connect with the Henry tonight is by bidding in our live auction. The items are already open for bid, and Carissa, I saw you, and Steve, I saw you. People are already bidding on some of these amazing items. We have a Walla Walla wine weekend. We've got an amazing VIP balloon ride with caviar and bubbles. There is a mushroom foraging adventure with Eric Johnson, one of the incredible artists who is a friend of the Henry. You definitely want to check this out. And a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You could either for yourself or someone you know well throw a art birthday party right here in the Henry. Our curator, hold on, I'm gonna catch up with my notes. Curator Pam, am I right? Ann Paulson, excuse me. Ann will take from you the favorite artistic inclinations of the birthday VIP guest and pull from the Henry's collection a special collection of art for that birthday party, and also happens to be a master baker and will be creating culinary treats for that group. So make sure you check out our live auction items. They will be closing during this live event in just a few minutes. You want to be inside our auction software, Greater Giving. That is where you will be able to make a bid on any of those items, and also to support the Henry, which we are so grateful to all of you who consider doing that. One thing I will also remind you, if you really want one of those, check out the Bid More feature. This is where you can have the robots do your bidding for you. You put the maximum bid, and then when other people try to steal your birthday party here at the Henry, then the robots outbid them on your behalf up to whatever maximum amount you have set. It's a very good way to be successful. So make sure you do that. Also, we have a little bingo game going on this evening, and if you have this card anywhere, you want to make sure that you are checking off the correct things, because there is a very fancy prize that will be happening a little later. The first 10 people who complete the bingo card and then write the word bingo in our chat, you will be entered to possibly win our grand prize. So play bingo, put bingo into the chat, you could win. We also, one other thing, another way for you to interact with us, we want you to take selfies. Take selfies of you or whomever you're with. If you're at a party, take selfies. Post them on social media with hashtag Henry Gala, and those will come to us. We'll be able to see those a little bit later. And then finally, if you are hearing all of these ways that you can connect, and you are asking yourself, now wait a minute, he said bid, make a photo, watch this. Yes, we want you to do all those things. And if you need assistance, you can reach out to us. Send us an email at info@henryart.org. We can get back to you and help you with Greater Giving. If you are hoping to donate a Bitcoin and you don't know how to do it, send us an email. We'll make it happen for you. Or call us. You can call us at 206-221-3850, and we can get a hold of you. Just one more quick reminder that captioning is available for this entire event. Click on the link right below this live stream, or that is making its way into the chat. Captioning will be available for all of you. Now I want you to find the applause emoji or your hands, whichever is most convenient. Put them together for our amazing sponsors. All of the sponsors who have brought us here this evening, including our visionary sponsor, Mike and Liz Hilton. Put an emoji, put an applause. If you're here with us, you can clap for these people. Our patron sponsor, Krakow Jennings, thank you. To our host sponsor, Hodemacher Pfeiffer. I know you guys are having a fun party right now. To our media sponsor, I'm happy to support, thank you very much. To our in-kind support, Jasper Norton Craft Cocktail Concoctions. And if you've already had two, it's gonna be hard to say all of that, but I haven't yet. Gray Pants Studios. Walla Walla General Store is helping us. We're so grateful. Overall Creative and the Seattle Ballooning. That's that item number one. Make sure you check it out. Thank you, sponsors. We're so grateful. Tonight, we have a very big goal of raising $150,000 in support of the work of the Henry. We are so grateful to all of you for helping us to do that. So please consider bidding twice what you would consider if you weren't here with us at the Henry tonight, or making a large contribution towards that goal. While you're doing that, I'm now going to introduce our next special guest, because as Sylvia mentioned, there are people all over. This special guest you may recognize, here to tell us maybe a little bit about what collective impulse means to them. Would you give a big round of applause for the Director of Curatorial Affairs at the Henry, Shamim M. Momin. Shamim, hi.
Hi, Ian. Great to see you.
Likewise. Shamim,
Yes.
I'm gonna follow Sylvia,
Okay.
because there's other things happening, but if you would maybe talk about this, and I know you have fun things, and then...
I got it.
Okay,
You
thank
go for it.
Okay, see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye, Ian. Okay. Hi, everyone. So I'm going to talk a little bit about collective impulse, which is the theme of this gala. It refers to the reciprocity that is fundamentally the Henry's approach to creative research and production. It also speaks to the rich and interdependent relationships we have with our community partners that we value so very much. In the past year alone, our team has collaborated with artists and community organizations such as Wanawari, Langston, Northwest Film Forum, Velocity Dance Center, many others, to co-create culturally responsive and socially relevant programs and exhibitions. One of my personal goals, and a core tenet of the Henry's mission, which is part of the thing that brought me here to begin with, is to help foster a truly holistic and reciprocal culture of creativity, support, and collaboration across the city. But you know, truly first and foremost, the anchor of what we do, the Henry team looks to artists to guide our programming, our approach, our concepts, our formats, everything really, and then to weave that innovative vision together with that of our multiple communities and audiences. And in all aspects of our exhibitions and programming, we put not just our galleries, but our resources, our expertise, and our blood, sweat, and tears, if you will, at the service of artists' imaginations. This kind of generative collaboration, which begins often with the gestation of an idea and then evolves through support and following that evolution over time to its final realization in the world, is the core of the way that the Henry works with artists. And frankly, one of the great privileges of what I'm lucky enough to do here. So as an example of one of those exhibitions or those collaborations, about 3 years ago, we invited LA-based multidisciplinary artist Matt Bass up here to this space to look around, nothing here at the time, think about the space and what ways one might create work there to be meaningful in this site, and to them, of course. What you see around us, all around us, is the result of that long conversation, a bit longer than we thought it would be given the pandemic, but nonetheless extraordinarily fruitful and meaningful. The title of the exhibition is A Picture Stuck in the Mirror. And we are lucky enough to have Math here with us for their closing weekend events, which I'll tell you about in a second, but also, of course, for Collective Impulse. And generously, you've allowed us to ask you a few questions. So thank you for being here, first of all. It's so great to see you, as always. And I think I'll just start with hopefully sort of easy one, which is the title of the exhibition. Maybe you could talk a little bit about how that is meaningful to the overall concept.
Of course. Okay. So the title of the exhibition is A Picture Stuck in a Mirror. A picture stuck in the mirror. Wait, what is it called again? Yeah. A Picture Stuck in the Mirror. And so the title, it started as like an observation of a gesture, which is at this point like a really antiquated gesture where one would take a photo of someone that they loved and stick it in the mirror. And I don't know, I guess I was struck by the tenderness of the gesture, this like kind of idea of holding someone that you love close. Every time you look at yourself, you're also seeing them. And then expanding into like the sort of impossibility of really ever being able to see yourself. So in turn, it's almost like we're stuck in the mirror, or our images are stuck in the mirror. And then kind of mirroring as a whole in the exhibition in the way that these formal structures are echoed across the space, following the lines, contours of the balcony, which looks down on the main floor, and then this, large kinetic installation that suggests a performance that never happens or is about to begin. So there's this mirroring happening kind of all throughout the show. Yeah.
Well, that's a perfect segue to my next question, which is this gallery specifically. What was it about the space that caught your eye at first, or that influenced anything about the show?
Well, I think I was really struck by the kind of the theatrical potential of the space, and I really did see it as a theater when I first came here. And I was interested in the multiple vantage points, which for me is always in my work. I've often played with the multiplicity of viewing and seeing and experiencing a show. So that was a huge kind of influence on the work itself and the horizontality of the space. And I wanted to just like kind of build a sculpture that, like, basically like the sum of all of its parts created like this environment where the viewer could really feel like immersed and engaged and really like active and activated by.
Fantastic. Thank you. This last one is a kind of a big one, so you can answer it however you choose. And it's really just, what did you hope to bring to life with this exhibition? What was behind it all?
I mean, I think this is one of the first times that I've really been able to like fully bring an entire vision to life. Like, I've never really had that kind of opportunity
Cool, I
before.
didn't know that.
Yeah, so I mean, that was amazing. And even really having the opportunity to activate the installation with a performance and to bring the voice into this sort of hollow space that filled, and then I feel like the space held the voice, and then the voice sort of, I don't know, set off the show. So.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, that brings me to my last bit, which is, of course, this is the closing weekend of Math's exhibition. And there are multiple events, but one I want to make sure that you join us for, which is the collaborative performance that Math will be doing with their collaborator, Eden Botke. And that will be happening tomorrow, Saturday, 1 p.m., 3 p.m. So hit me up in the chat and tell me you're going to be there, because I'm going to be looking for all of you. And with that, I'll send it right back up to Ian.
Thank you, Shamim. Thank you, Math, for that explanation and for the incredible installation. It was really a privilege to get to be in it a little bit. To everyone else, I want to remind you about the live auction, because we are moments away from our live auction. I have moved now to Gallery 3, where Barbara Earl Thomas and Derek Adams have a joint show called Packaged Black. You can see these incredible, incredible pieces by Derek Adams that I am so thrilled to be near. As we mentioned, we're gonna be moving all around. We're moving around the Henry. We've got more things happening over here. But this is when you want to be focused for a moment on those 4 live auction items. Steven, currently in the lead on item number 1. Nicely done, Mr. Hodemacher. Item number 2, going to Ash. Good job. Thank you, Ash. So item number 1 is the hot air balloon ride for 4. It is the exclusive tour from Seattle Ballooning with bubbles and caviar. There are views of downtown Seattle and Tacoma and Lake Tapps and the Cascades. You are going to want to do this, except right now Steven is winning. So you have to bid soon, because we're going to close these in just about 5 minutes. The second item that Ash is currently in the lead on is the Walla Walla Wine Weekend, and we really have to thank our dear friends, Jean Bender and Peggy Frace, founders of the Walla Walla General Store. You get a night at the Finch Hotel. You get, with 2 rooms, because this is a 2-couple or 4-people kind of adventure. You're gonna get to go to Kinghaven Winery and Alton Wines with a private driver so that you can taste wine and not drive. Item number 3, that's 3. Currently going to Carissa, nicely done, is the mushroom foraging adventure. Go to the Olympics with Eric Johnson, 2 nights at the Iron Springs Resort. Curated wine selection from Mike and Liz McConnell, 6 awesome bottles. Make sure you're checking this out. I can see that people are. Carissa, you are in the lead. And I can see, yes, Jennifer, so nice to see you. I'm just seeing that people are saying lovely things. Rubina, Walla Walla Wine Weekend, all caps. The answer is yes, you're right. And item number 4, I just want to say one more time. The chance to have a once-in-a-lifetime birthday party here at the Henry or other special celebration. To have curated art based on your particular artistic preferences, an incredible, incredible culinary adventure as well from Ann Paulson. So make sure that you check out all 4 of our live auction items. Oh, Jennifer and Chris in the lead on the mushroom foraging, and Meryl just jumped into the lead on the Walla Walla Wine Weekend. Stephen is still leading on the balloon ride. So here's what we want to invite you to do. We want you to dance. We want you to bid. We want you to do them at the same time. Dance, bid, dance. This is time to get your thumbs moving fast and your feet moving faster, because we're gonna go back to the Kreishelmeyer Auditorium, where the Blacktones, recent artistic residents, are ready to play us a little song. When we come back, live auction time. So let's go and check out the Blacktones. Can't wait.
We're the Blacktones. Thank you, Henry Art Gallery. This song is about the lack of representation of people that look like me and my brother in all different sorts of fields. And also, it's like the second song that also mentions Jesus. He gets a lot of he gets a lot of mentions in our songs. We grew up Catholic, so we've got a very complicated relationship with Jesus. Also, a very complicated relationship with Satan. That's a whole other thing. So, here it goes. They'll never have us back. Okay. Well, my name's not Abraham Lincoln. I don't know who I am. Well, my name's not Abraham Lincoln. I don't know who I am. Well, my name's not Jesus Christ, but I don't know who I am. Well, my name's not Jesus Christ, but I don't know who I am. There you go. Well, my name's not Ronald Reagan, 'cause I don't know who I am. Well, my name's not Ronald Reagan, 'cause I don't know who I am. Okay, I have one more. Yeah, one more. Well, my name's not Elizabeth Taylor. I don't know. I don't know who I am. Well, my name's not Elizabeth Taylor. I don't know who I am. Sorry, I didn't tell you when we were ending.
Thank you, Black Tones. And I will tell you, we see people dancing. Betsy's dancing in the chat. I know people are dancing at all the places that they are, and we so appreciate you being here to give us amazing music. It is time. I hope while you were dancing, you were also bidding, because that was the dance, bid, dance moment, and now it's just the bid, bid, bid moment, because we are going to close all 4 of our live auction items simultaneously. If you would like to go up in the hot air balloon and have bubbles and caviar with 3 friends, now you got to do it right now. If you would like to go to Walla Walla, like Meryl clearly does, and have wine with 3 friends, or go by yourself and you can just, sleep in one room one night. No, don't do it that way. Bring friends with you, it'll be more fun. Or if you would like to go mushroom foraging, Sherry Benke, currently in the lead. Now's the time. Joe is gonna have the most amazing birthday party. Here's the deal. All 4 items are going to close at the same time. If you want any of them, bid quickly or use that bid more feature so that the robots can keep you in the lead. Are you ready? I am going to give you 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to make a bid on any one of our 4 live auction items, and then they will all close. So Steven, you are doing very, very well. You get to go in the hot air balloon. Steven Hodemacher, one of our amazing board members, nicely done. And it looks like Meryl, you are going to Walla Walla with all 6 bottles of wine. Wait, no, the wine goes with the mushrooms. I think there's actually more wine in Walla Walla. You've got about 1 minute and 45 seconds to go. Now would be the time to make a bid. Meryl, you're doing great. Oh, Sherry is currently in the lead on the mushroom foraging. I think Sherry has an auto bid in place because someone is trying to find the top of Sherry's auto bid. Sherry, I'm telling you, that's wonderful, but if somebody does find the top, well then you'll have to put in another bid. Sherry, you're doing wonderful. Joe, you get to have the birthday party. You only have about 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. All 4 items at the same time. Don't focus on your friends. Don't look at your dance moves. Now you want to be focusing on greater giving really, really quickly. Oh, Seth! Seth jumped in, is currently the top bidder on the balloon ride. Steven, you'll have to have words with Seth later. But right now, I think you want to make another bid. It looks like Meryl's still in the lead on Walla Walla. You've got under 1 minute to go. And Sherry, still in the lead on that mushroom foraging adventure. Jeffrey jumps in on that birthday party. Nicely done. Seth Grizzle, it is a board member battle. This is fantastic. Board members, we appreciate all of you. You've got 45 seconds to go. 45 seconds remaining. Seth's in the lead. Meryl's in the lead on item number 2. Sherry, keeping her lead on that mushroom adventure. Jeffrey, now in the lead on the birthday party. You only have 30 seconds to go. Make sure that you are making one more bid. If right now you are wondering, oh my goodness, how do I get in on this? Ask somebody for help. They can hand you a phone. Make sure Greater Giving is where you want to be. This is all happening inside Greater Giving in people's mobile devices. You only have 20 seconds to go. Seth's in the lead on that balloon ride. Jennifer and Chris, just jumped into the lead on Walla Walla. Now you've only got about 15 seconds remaining. Now is your last chance. Sherry, keeping it real with the mushrooms. Nicely done. And now you've only got about 10 seconds to go. Jeffrey, your birthday party is going to be so artistic, everybody will be talking about it forever. Seth's in the lead. We got to count this down because we have more artists waiting to do amazing things. So make your final bids right now. You've got 9 seconds to go. Seth, you're in the lead. Nicely done. Steven, you still have 8 seconds remaining. Jennifer and Chris, you're going to Walla Walla with some friends. Sherry, nicely done on the mushrooms. Jeffrey, you have the birthday party. You've got 5, 4. Make your final bids. 3, 2, 1, and sold. Congratulations. Yes, let's hear it. All of our bidders. Seth, way to turn the lights on and just, I know that's very nicely done, thank you. Jennifer and Chris, thank you so much. Sherry, we really appreciate your support, enjoy. And Jeffrey, if you need extra people to come to your birthday party, we can give you my email address. Just let us know, it'll be just fine. I'd be happy to come. There is more art, more happening. And so, I know that our director, Sylvia Wolf, happens to be right over here in the next gallery. So I'm going to just say, Sylvia, would you be willing to tell us what's happening over there?
I sure would, but first I have to say I didn't realize we were off to the races at the Henry. That's a new experience. Thank you, Ian, and thanks so much to everyone who joined in the fun. So the Henry is uniquely suited to support artists in bringing to life their nascent dreams and wildest imaginings. For we're small enough to be nimble, but big enough to be bold. I'm standing in the exhibition Packaged Black, which is the result of several years of conversation between artists Barbara Earl Thomas and Derek Adams about representation, Black identity, and cultural resistance. This is a perfect example of what happens and what can come into being when an artist and another artist say to us, what if, or could we? And of course, what we do is we say, yes. Your donations tonight support the development of new commissions, exhibitions, and programs in 2022 and beyond. Your contributions will also support our commitment to reducing barriers to access and improving the museum experience. This past year, we have operated on a pay-by-donation basis, and we have invested in new initiatives that explore exhibitions through a community lens. As Shamim noted earlier, collective impulse is not just about shared experiences, but sharing resources and knowledge whether it be through community-curated exhibitions and workshops, partnerships that bring art to neighborhoods across Seattle, or our work with UW faculty to involve students in an artist's creative process. We have a perfect example of that. Hector Garcia, who works in sculptural installation and is making all new work for a show that will open at the Henry April 2nd. We had the opportunity to talk with him about his recent visits to campus and the artistic research that he did while he was here.
It was fun to be back in that environment where people are just busy making things. And within that room, I was able to, along with the help of a few assistants, was able to produce porcelain links for porcelain chains I plan to make, as well as I had, with the help of the team, sheets of copper laser cut into a very specific shape that I was able to fold and hammer into a chain while I was there as well. Students also ask about the content of the work, and in particular, I remember a student asking or noting quite that I often tend to make pieces that that are purely driven from a place of play and innocence and pleasure, without having to have like a specific content, like a message or meaning. And I think materials can speak on their own, and also if they're manipulated in a way where they can become symbols, they also communicate. So for me, thinking about the title was thinking about the basic materials and kind of reducing the work to its core.
Thank you so much, Hector, for coming, for your words, and for the incredible work. We really appreciate it. So I'm gonna just invite Sylvia, if you would, oh yeah, come this way. Thank you. Hi, nice to see you again. I feel like we're like chess pieces moving around.
Moving around the Henry, with you, with us.
Exactly. And I know you you said that you might introduce another amazing person.
I do, but you know, I want to comment on something that Hector was talking about, which is important. Hector's part of a new program that invites artists from around the globe to come to Seattle to develop new work in conjunction with UW faculty and students, providing the opportunity for both of them to learn from each other in what is a rich cultural exchange for all. Our embeddedness in one of the nation's top research universities makes us a natural test site for creative research and the development of new work. In fact, we engage with over 30 departments and units at the University of Washington, and we collaborate with over 40 community partners through sustained engagement and conversation. Co-creation is at the core of who we are. It's what we do. And speaking of co-creation, we have something very special for you tonight. First of all, this exhibition is the heart and the soul of the co-creation that we're offering tonight. And we have with us a good friend of the Henry, a beloved friend of mine, someone I admire beyond measure, love, the compassionate, the brilliant Barbara Earl Thomas. Barbara?
Well, I'll catch that introduction and say thank you very, very much. And I want to say that tonight we're talking about all kinds of things that have to do with collaboration. And collaboration happens when you come together with people and you work together. It's once in a lifetime, or maybe more than once in a lifetime for you, you meet a person who you realize right away they're going to be in your life, they're going to be your friend, but you just don't know how you're going to get that to work. That was what happened when I met Derek Adams in 2015 at the MoMA opening for the Jacob Lawrence migration series. I said, you know, somehow I'm going to get you to Seattle. I came back to Seattle and I went in and I talked to Sylvia Wolf, and she said, wow, that's a great idea, but why don't you collaborate? And I thought, me collaborate with Derek? I don't know, let's see if that can happen. But right away, what I learned in the idea of collaboration is that you are committing. You're putting yourself on the spot. You are saying you're going to take responsibility, not only for yourself, but for the relationship and the outcome. Part of my responsibility and part of what I did was I created this image of Derek so that right now, when he's not here, I can see and have him with me all the time. And that was part of it. What we did, we wrote back and forth. We had what I call an epistolary relationship. And in that, we made promises, we made declarations, and we leaned in to the relationship and trusted that each of us would do what we promised to do. And that is the seed and the core of that interaction. And that leads me to my next concept here is what happens when you lean in? When you lean in, you take responsibility. And that's what I'm asking you all here to do tonight. Lean into the relationship with the Henry. Lean into the relationship with your community and go from the I and you to the us. Because that is what a relationship is. And that is what has made my collaboration with Derek so exciting. That's what made my collaboration with the Henry so exciting. I can thank Sylvia Wolf. I can thank Nina Bachitsnik and also Shamim Momim out there in the front. But then I have to thank the people who are not seen, who are behind the curtain, the people like all of the people, the support people in the staff and in the shop that I couldn't have gotten this show together without each one of them. So that's part of the magic. And I'm asking you to give to that magic, to put yourself in relationship with that magic and believe in it, because each day we recreate the world we want to live in. And we are privileged to be here and to perhaps not be in the Ukraine where things are not as privileged as we have right here. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to offer you a little bit of the magic that happened between me and my crew. And tonight I added Matt Bass to my crew. And here are a couple of people who are in my crew. This is David Rue and Randy Ford. And they are delicious. That's what I've called them. So I'm asking you to think about that and what we're doing here tonight. And I offer you delicious and a little bit of magic from my crew, from me to you. Thank you. Give. Cinderella is my gateway dream, the every person story I've fashioned black. They are the courtiers and attendants who enter the transformation room where the slipper fits perfectly. The courtly stage is populated in our image. Here my men in waiting or ladies of the court hold the space. Whether it's a party or the ball, in this tale, all are primed to make a mark. Dapper, elegant, dope. I imagine them as they step onto the dance floor, moving like silk, untouchable.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Dandy.
Thank you, Dandy.
Yes. I love that word privilege. I feel so privileged to be here with you in this space, with this beauty around us, and with all of you. Wow.
The gift. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I know it's a gift that sometimes maybe it looks easy when it's just, oh, this beautiful stuff here, but it takes a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that's work that you have a big part in doing with your whole team, with your whole crew, the way that Barbara Earl Thomas was saying. So I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Happily. It is a team, and it is a community. And tonight we invite you to join us in our work to invest in artistic risk and the artists who move our society forward. We know that artists bring us together even while pushing us outside our comfort zones to explore new ideas and expand our experience. We also know that artists provide solace, and art builds healthy communities. Research tells us that youth who have intensive arts experiences have higher levels of volunteering, voting, and engagement with school or local politics. Students who engage in the arts are 42% less likely to tolerate racist behavior than those who do not. Our Henry Teen Art Collective connects 14 diverse youth from 10 regional high schools with innovators in the field around experiential learning. And our UW Henry Art Liaisons spend a year with us learning museum practice and hosting gallery tours through a social justice lens. They inspire us and they teach us. It is with them and for them that we pursue our vision of a world where art leads everyone to discover new possibilities in themselves, others, and the world around them. That's what we do, that's what we're here for. And we need you.
Just that. And it's so important, and it can only happen with your help. All of this amazing work, these new ideas, this improved world that we are trying to provide space to create and to have the people that know how to lead us in that creation. I love the Henry is about art and ideas, and where art and ideas all come together. But also, it does take significant resources to make that happen. And this is the part of our evening where we ask you to help us to raise those resources. As I mentioned earlier, we have a goal of raising $150,000 tonight in support of all of this. And we already have over $30,000 in the thermometer on the way towards our goal. So we are really, really excited. I want to remind you, if you're right now going, yes, I would like to donate 50% of the remaining balance. How do I do it? All you have to do is find Greater Giving in your mobile device or on any web-enabled device. You can make a contribution towards our thermometer, towards our fund to need right now. And you might consider, well, any level really, but these levels are really nice, like $10,000 or maybe $5,000 or $2,500 or $1,000 or $500 or $250 or $100, or you can make any custom amount. So if you have a number that feels like it's just sort of a collective impulse that you're feeling, like maybe you're like, you know what, it's 2022, and I'd like to donate $2,022 to the Henry, you can do that, or any other number that feels right to you. So please, and Sylvia, I know that every amount is helpful.
Yes.
And that some amounts have sort of, there are sort of, you can get a sense of what that amount might do for the Henry.
Absolutely.
For example, what would $1,000 like approximately do?
Oh, $1,000 goes a long way. $1,000 will help us research and provide unusual materials for some of our exhibitions. You'd be surprised. Sparkling glitter. You'll hear about another organic material that will enter the building soon. That's $1,000. Sometimes we need 1,000 times 10 or times 20, depending on the artist's ambitions.
Oh, I like that idea. So maybe if you pick a number that feels really good to you, you could just multiply that number by like whatever other number. This would be a way to like collect. It would be very, impulsive.
Yes.
Be impulsive right now. We are already over $46,000 in our Raise the Paddle, and we are so, whoa! And Bassam Bijani and Lisa Burns, thank you! Oh my gosh, helping us with $5,000. Paula, thank you so much. So many people are helping us. Linda, we are so grateful. Do you see all these people are helping us right now? Wait, I have to say
John Hodemacher, yes. Sorry to interrupt you. I couldn't help myself.
Please, you can talk about
Catherine.
Yes,
Catherine.
Thank you. Sylvia and I are able to see. Lisa, thank you so much for that incredible gift. We are almost at $60,000. We would love any support. And I can see that people in the chat are also, you can put emojis of applause and support and love. If you see somebody making a contribution in our Raise the Paddle, I want to say that $5,000 would help support a campus research visit by a visiting artist like
Hector
Garcia.
You bet.
Hey, Jeffrey, thank you. We're so grateful for your incredible support. $500 would help with like a transportation stipend for students in our Teen Arts Collective.
That's right.
And those are teens who come to the Henry?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yep.
So and Kathleen, thank you. We're so grateful to all of you. Anybody who can find, if you want to make a gift of any amount, now's the time to do it. We'd love to thank you. Paula, I think we missed some earlier because we were excited.
We were just talking, yeah.
Exactly.
That's what we do.
As you are, you know him.
Seth, hugs, kisses, thank you so much. Thank you.
We're so grateful. To Catherine M. Cole, also helped us. So many people helping us. While you are making a contribution, we also would love for you to take a selfie. Take a selfie, make sure you post it. # Henry Gala. Andy, thank you so much. We are so grateful. Ash, wow, people are being.
Ash.
Yes, thank you, Ash. Because we want to see you where you are with us all together.
Vicky and Gary, thank you. We love you. Thank you so much.
I couldn't have said that better. I don't know you well enough to say that, so I'm going to let Sylvia say that. That's great, but I agree. Can we see some of the selfies? Are there selfies that we can see of people tonight? We would be so grateful. We want to, and you just remember, put them on Twitter, put them on Instagram, and we will find them. Oh! Stephen Hodemacher!
Oh, $2,022. $5,000 from Ash. My goodness, thank you.
Well, that means Ash is going again. Do you know what I think? You know what just happened? Ash was so excited that they gave $500, I think maybe missing a zero. So they just went back, added a zero, gave twice.
That's our hypothesis. Who knows? We'll see.
Thank you, Ash. We're so grateful. We are almost at $65,000. And are these some of the selfies? Are we seeing selfies right now of amazing people? These are you. So you can keep sending them in because we're gonna get a chance to see a few more. I also just wanna say that, that as we've been talking about, this is such an innovative and creative place where people of all different art and
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry. We're so grateful. Come together. So we're so grateful. And there is one.
Mickey Flowers.
Oh,
Mickey, thank you so much.
Thank you. And to Tiffany, thank you. We're so grateful. All of you who are sending in gifts right now. Hannah, thank you so much. Hannah, I saw you were eating popcorn earlier, and we appreciate that you stopped for a minute and made a contribution. That's so kind of you. Krista, thank you. And Claire, thank you. So many people. We're almost to $70,000. We're so excited. But I know there was one more artist.
Oh, yes.
And I'm so.
Well, yes.
Right? Did you want?
Can I tell you what I'm looking forward to?
Oh, please.
Okay.
Yes.
What I'm looking forward to, and there's so much, but I don't want to give it all away, but I can say that our upcoming commission with Donna Huanca is an incredibly ambitious undertaking that involves the impending arrival of 150 tons of white sand to our loading dock. First of all, white sand doesn't just come from the beach to a museum. It's got to be treated chemically to get rid of any of the bugs and this and that. It's a big deal. This is one of the weird materials I was talking about before. Not to mention an enormous shipment of paintings and sculpture coming from Berlin, which is no small feat during a pandemic. We're also working with multiform conceptual artist Chloe Bass for one of our off-site projects, which will happen this summer at Volunteer Park. For this new commission, a series of cut stone benches will be arranged in both solo and familial groupings throughout the park, creating sites of communion and contemplation. Each bench will have its own engraved text written by the artist, alongside a UV responsive image, which will change based on the level of available sunlight. Now, we know available sunlight is a variable thing in Seattle, but here you have scientific and artistic research that will be presented in the public domain. Let's hear from Chloe directly about this project and take a look.
I'm so glad that I was able to be in Seattle last week, not just to spend more time in the park, which I think is an important part of research, but also like the value of on-site research and engagement with both sites and fabricators is really essential to what I do. Not to mention the chance to intersect with people who I might be able to talk to about the space or interview about the history of the park, which also was able to happen during my visit. So making a project for Volunteer Park or making a project for any public park, almost regardless of its city or location, means taking into account the ways in which a space is already used, is already occupied, is already remembered, and is already wanted or needed. So for Volunteer Park and Seattle specifically, I believe that the park has gone through a lot of moments of historical need and transformation, from being a place that was kind of invented so that the city had more public gathering green space, which of course is the impulse for most parks. So the clearing of a forest to create a more open space, a wandering space, right? The way that our parks here in New York are also Olmsted parks designed for kind of wandering and dreaming, that park is designed for the same. But then it also became a really important site for gay and queer culture. It became an important organizing site. It's also an important art site and historic site. And so trying to take into account all of those things, as well as kind of public histories of play and recreation, public histories of performance, right? The opening of the new amphitheater, and understanding what already happens here and what can I harness from these things that already happen or have happened to say something about our current moment of coming together, which of course we know has been really complicated by the pandemic. I am keen to work with people who believe in me and believe in my process as an artist. And for me personally, one of the things that that involves is a very specific and tricky thing for an artist, which is the ability to believe in a project before I can allow you to see it. So it's an honor to work with an institution that is believing in me in that way and is going forward with a project that is new for me and new for them, where we all feel like we can kind of grow and produce this together.
Thank you, Chloe, so much. And all of you, so much generosity. We are so grateful. We are at $80,000, amazing. And you can continue to send in gifts. Yes, and if you're, wherever you are, if you want to be excited, all of you amazing people, you can be excited. So much generosity. I do, whoa! Oh my goodness, we just went over $100,000. So exciting. Allison and Glenn Milliman, thank you. We are so grateful. And Benjamin Black, thank you so very much. We're so grateful. I do want to say, one of the amazing things about tonight's collective impulse experience is that, you know, we're all together at this gala, but it's also sort of a multi-dimensional art piece. And you can share this with people that you know and love in the coming days, because it's going to live here and they will still be able to make a contribution. Benjamin, thank you so much. To everyone who is helping us right now, we are so grateful. And so please keep it coming. Any and all gifts are greatly appreciated. I just want to point out that I saw a number of you who picked unique and fun numbers like 2,200 or 3,381 to the Wyckoffs. We're so grateful for you being part of this impulsive evening. I do have to say, we have to find out about bingo, because some people have been winning at bingo and we have to draw a winner of our bingo. Now, I'm wondering, Sylvia, would you be willing to come back and help with bingo?
I love bingo.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? I love bingo.
But
oh my gosh, Becky Roberts and Dennis Oldsworth, thank you so much.
Can we give a huge round of applause to Becky and Dennis, who made a huge gift? Sorry, I just saw that, yes. Woo! Thank you.
Yes. Bingo. I'm sorry, I interrupted
no.
you. Bingo.
That's more important, for sure. Okay, bingo. I have really good news. So, some people got bingo on their bingo cards. Oh. And they were put into our bowl right over here. This beautiful bowl holds the numbers, and I get to talk about, could you hold this for one moment? Do you mind?
Yes,
because I want to show people, you know, one of our board members, Seth Grizzle, makes lights. And one part of the prize, and I do have to, do you want to show them? This is called a wick. It's really cool. Seth, I can send you my address. It's fine. This is part of the prize for our bingo winner, who's about to, somebody else just got bingo. We're putting, that's good. Also, our bingo winner will receive a beautiful in plain sight edition. This is from Shamim, and it's wrapped, it's brand new. And also a 1-year membership. This is the Hold on, I'm gonna tell them it's a special kind of membership. You probably, do you remember, Sylvia, I was gonna tell people.
This time of the evening, I'm having a hard time remembering anything, but I'm sure you got it right there.
Okay, it's a really fancy membership. It's the one where you get to do everything. It's the ultimate membership.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the important part. And now, forgive me and thank you.
Yes.
Would you draw the winner? Let me explain how this works.
Yes.
So if you successfully found bingo on your card, we put your name into this form. There are 3 bingo winners so far. These 3 people, and we have 1, 2, and 3. So Sylvia is going to be, yes, very judicious. She's not looking. She's mixing them up. She's going to draw one of the numbers. It is number
3.
Woo!
3.
And so who is on the 3rd line? Margaret, you are the winner of our bingo prize. Congratulations. Thank you all for playing bingo. We really, really appreciate it. Very nicely done. It's almost time. I know, it's almost time. But before we go, I have to say thank you again for inviting me and for inviting all these artists to be all together with us. And for all of you for joining us. We are so, whoa! Dr. Maren Monson, thank you. And Pamela, thank you. And yes.
Arn and Jeff, thank you. Thank you. May I thank? I can't help myself. I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. I want to thank everybody who's here tonight to help make this happen. Our gala committee chair, Kathleen Warren, just is an angel and amazing, and she just makes my heart go pitter-pat along with everyone else on the gala committee. Every single member of Team Henry, every single person here is here because they love what we do, they believe in the mission, they're a spring in their step when there's an artist in the building, you can feel it. And then, of course, we want to thank the artists, and we want to thank you for making all of this possible. I can't even tell you how I feel. I am really walking on air, so thank you. And thank you, Ian, thank you.
Such a privilege. Just a quick reminder that this link that you are watching on right now will become a recording of this live event shortly after we end in just a few moments. And you can share that link, please do. People can come and they can see Thadalak and Dandy, and they can meet Hector and Math and Chloe and all the artists that we've had, and Barbara Earl Thomas, and see all of this incredible content. So please send that. They will also be able to make a contribution towards our thermometer, which will stay open through and beyond this coming weekend. So please share that far and wide. If you know anyone who might like to be part of new ideas and this incredible artistic space right here in the center of Seattle and on UW campus, please send this link to them and let them help. I do want to just remind you that we love being tagged and tweeted and grammed and booked and meted and whatever on social media. Put us in all the places. It's a great way. We'd love to be connected to you. And I do also want to just circle back and remember that tonight, as Barbara Earl Thomas mentioned, there are people in Ukraine for whom they don't have the privilege of this kind of an evening. They have a very different evening tonight. And we're going to put some resources into the chat right now. If you'd like to click on those, there are ways to support the people of Ukraine tonight. Please consider doing that. We would love it. We cannot wait to see you next year at, I don't know what next year's going to be, because last year was one thing and this year's another thing. Yeah. Next year, who knows? One final thing. There is a silent auction that is still open. 30 minutes from right now, it will close. So don't put Greater Giving away just yet. Please enjoy each other's company, dance, be impulsive collectively. I'm going to give the last word to you, Sylvia, and then we'll say goodnight.
Well, first of all, I was bidding on a couple of things, so I want to get this over with so I can go back and see where I am. Thank you again. Thank you again. The artists, thank you. We thank you. And it's time for us to say goodnight, and we look forward to seeing you soon at the Henry.
One more piece of art. The Black Tones. Yes. They're going to do one more song for us. So here are the Black Tones to send us out. Thank you. Good night.
So thank you, Henry Art Gallery, again. You guys are so wonderful. We're not sure what you think about us, but we love you guys dearly. And we are going to finish off with this. Oh, by the way, everyone watching right now, take out your wallets and just throw money at them. If you see a staff member, Henry Gala, just throw money at them. No, don't throw money at them. Just give it to them. So we're going to finish off with one last song. And this is on our debut record called Cobain and Cornbread. And it's called Ghetto Spaceship. Right? Is that the one you want to do? Should we do it?
Yep,
okay.
That's the one.
All right.
Already committed.
Yeah, already committed. All right. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me to? Don't you want me, baby? Because I want you. You want your feet off the ground. Well, I can take them around. You wanna ride on through my ghetto spaceship for two. You wanna ride on through my ghetto spaceship for two. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me to? Don't you want me, baby? Because I want you. Don't go and bringing me down while I go making my rounds. They wanna ride on through my ghetto spaceship for two. They wanna ride on through my ghetto spaceship for two. Ah! Don't you want me, baby? 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 The end.